Virgo, hey there cuties, Melissa here to do your timeless love reading. Could be some delays going on right now, but marriage coming, that's what I'm feeling right now. Or we got a Pisces or a Taurus all up in your business already. So this is for Virgo, any placement, but I am going to speak to you like you're a Virgo sun. Any placement and cross watchers are welcome, however. This is a love reading. We're going to be looking at the energy that you bring to the connection, the energy the person you have in mind brings, as well as a potential outcome and an overarching energy anywhere from single to married and anywhere in between, just whomever you have on that sweet Virgo brain of yours. All right, babies, anything you need to know about me, you can find in the About section of my channel, as well as on my website, which is linked in the About section of my channel. Let's get at your love life, cutie pies. All right, so the energy you bring to this connection is the Four of Swords. The energy the person you have in mind brings is the Knight of Swords. What's going on here, babies? I laughed because the Four of Swords is a very kind of solitary, very kind of relaxed, chill mode, not moving, kind of stagnant. And then the Knight of Swords, your person, the person that you have in mind, is like, let's do this. I almost feel like they're trying to rush you out of this this healing that you're doing, or this sort of taking your space and time to do the things you need to take your space and time to do. I feel like they got an eye on you. That's what I'm feeling like right now. And I feel like this might be somebody from your past. I do feel like there have been investments made. I do feel like you guys might be in a bit of a spat right now. Again, while you're trying to take time for yourself to do the healing you need to do, I feel like they're not excited about that. I feel like they're not trying to give you any space at this time, which will cause the connection to continuously be sort of volatile, toxic, whatever it is. I don't want to go, not every relationship that goes poorly is necessarily toxic, but I feel like there has been some trauma in the connection itself, and I feel like sometimes the connection is brought to us in order to bring pain to the surface from our past, and I feel like I felt this in the Virgo readings quite a bit. So I feel like it's almost like that sort of, that deep connection that there could be a reunion coming. I feel like there is, but I feel like they're not, letting you take your time to get to it is what I'm getting right now. But we're going to get more. I'm not trying to talk schmack about your person or anything, Virgs. The Three of Cups is about reunion, about celebration for sure, and friends, family. I feel like you might be retreated and taking time to spend time with your friends, your family, and just really take care of yourself. With the Four of Swords here, we're going to get more. Again, don't let this person muscle you into making any decisions more quickly than you're ready to, okay? That's what I feel like saying right now. And I feel like this is saying you're not letting anybody tell you to do anything, and you shouldn't. This is kind of like you and God make this call, and that's it. And everybody else just gets to enjoy from the audience of your life, okay? We are the only director in our own lives, us and God, as far as I'm concerned. But everybody wants that position, will find. Everybody wants to be the director in our lives. And so whoever you give that power to is who will be the director in your life. As far as I know, the best director is you and God. Okay, and we're moving right along. What a bunch of weird, somebody might be working in film or TV or something. I can't get off of that feeling of director, and of course the analogy was, I think, brilliant. Sometimes my spirit team comes up with god-awful analogies. I think that one was fine. But I do feel like there might be more of a message, like somebody might actually be in the spotlight is what I was going to say, and then this popped out, the Six of Wands, which means the spotlight. So I think you are in the spotlight, and I think I've felt this with you before. You could be a YouTuber, you could actually be famous. And I think that makes this a little bit harder, okay? Fame makes love a little bit more difficult. Any type of the eye on you, the spotlight on you, people are definitely trying to pick apart and dissect every part of your life when you're in the public eye, even if you're in the public eye on a small scale like myself. People just have something to say about the way you do everything you do, the way you speak, how fast you speak. There's nothing more obnoxious to me than somebody saying, slow down. Oh, you want me to just customize my messages, how quickly my messages come through and how quickly my speech speed for you? It's the audacity kills me when people think they can go around customizing people like that. And I do feel like you are feeling like that's what's happening in your life, and you're just letting everybody know by sitting back that nobody's customizing your life. This is what I'm getting right now. I don't even know if the cards say this, but this is what I'm getting, is you're letting everybody know nobody's customizing my life. This is up to me, the divine, my connection with the divine, and I will come up with the route that we're going to take here. And I feel like everybody's kind of watching you do this. That's what I'm getting with the Six of Wands here. You are coming out victorious, of course, because you're honoring your own thoughts, your own inner knowing, I guess, is what I'm getting right now. I do feel like you've had time to think, and that you are kind of ready to offer something tangible to this person. Again, I don't feel like it's been, or maybe you're releasing them. We're going to get more. The Queen of Swords to me is about release, and releasing. Maybe you have released them and now you're ready to kind of, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, you've released them in the past, but now you're ready. You've done the things, the healing you felt you needed to do, the space you took, you needed, you did that already. And I do feel like you're ready now to communicate with them after some time apart. That's what I'm getting. And wow. So they've got that Knight of Swords that I talked about. They have the Wheel of Fortune, the World card, the Hierophant as well. Could be dealing with a fixed sign of Taurus, Gemini, Libra, any earth sign at this time. I do feel like I think you needed to step back. And again, if you are in the public eye, it is a little hard when you have any option, every option, right? It's hard to know which one we have a true connection with, because oftentimes we can get along with and have a chemistry with many people, but the true spiritual connection really only comes once in a lifetime, as far as I have ever been downloaded. For a lot of us. So anybody who's really kind of intrigued by this sort of esoteric, by just being here watching a tarot card reading, I would think you'd have belief in the things that are unseen in this lifetime, including connections. So I believe we only spiritually connect with somebody once in this lifetime, like this connection that I'm feeling here. And I feel like they've done a lot of healing and growing, getting ready for this connection. And I feel like you forced them into that space by kind of stepping back and saying, hey, let me kind of decide this one on my own. I don't want to feel like I'm only doing this because you want this, is what I'm getting right now. What a weird bunch of messages off of these cards. And I'm sorry, I'm a psychic medium before I am a tarot card reader. This may not match up to what other tarot card readers would say, although I think always our interpretation is what makes us a tarot card reader. And my gift is mostly just information pouring through my head. And this is the messages that are coming through. Okay, so this is just what I get today. I feel like I'm off the beaten path here, which welcome to my life. That's where I'm always at. If you ever need me, you can just look beyond the beaten path. I'm out there a little ways. Okay. Do read my about section. If sometimes people get so mad at me that I'm not the reader they're looking for, and I'm like, I kind of try to spell it out for everybody that I'm just very unique in this world, and I used to be really ashamed of that, but now I'm just trying to fly my freak flag and let it all hang out, right? Weird! I'm sorry, you guys. So it does look like in the form of you and everything else, everything in their life is starting to work out because they really started to heal their perception of themselves. I feel like they did all this work, this healing. They realized you were you and you were it for them. And I feel like they were really excited about that and kind of came rushing in. Fools rush in. What a weird, I don't know if I think that's a movie. I'll link that in the description box below. Maybe you're supposed to watch that. Maybe there's a message in that for you. But I feel like they were just really excited because they kind of had that moment of recognition where they realized who you were to them. And you were still in the midst of doing some healing and you needed to come to that on your own. I think we always need to come to that on our own and kind of in a separate or solitude kind of area, a space in our life. But what I will say is if this kind of had a tumultuous feeling or vibe, this sort of, what's the right word? Irritable or not irritable? Argumentative? Nah, still not the right word. Defensive kind of an energy previously. I believe it's because they needed to heal their perception of themselves, which they have successfully done at this time with the World card. That is about one of the biggest evolutions we'll go through in this lifetime, and it's about until they are sure of their self and their worth, they're always going to think that you're too good for them, and they'll always treat you like they don't want to lose you, like almost I'm getting sort of like a, kind of a possessive energy off of it. But I feel like they've healed beyond that now. And I feel like you're still doing a bit of healing, but I feel like you're getting there. And all of this is divine orchestration, divine timing, whatever you want to call it. The creator kind of gives you the cue when it's time, it's time. And then, you know what? And if you get to it and passionate new beginnings. If you get to it and you try, you go back to this connection. This does feel like a past connection for most of you. Of course, this could be a new connection, and you guys have been doing this separately. I do feel like with the Three of Cups in your overarching energy, this is at least somebody you know. Could be a friend or a friend of the family. It could be a friend of the family and an ex of yours at the same time. I am getting that kind of very strong vibe of somebody that has been friends with the family for quite some time. I don't remember what I was going to say there, Virgo, because I see, this is why I talk so fast, because I lose messages just as fast as they come, they go, okay? But in the outcome here, I do feel like things are being healed and renewed with the Justice card. That's what I'm getting off of it. Healed and renewed, and I do feel like there is a marriage coming in your future. With the Hierophant and the Justice card, could be a Libra very strongly now. Again, Taurus, any fixed sign, and we do have any earth sign as well. And now, any air sign. Could be any sign always. We have Gemini here as well. But these are the ones that are here and coming across the strongest. It does end in reunion. So I really feel like this is somebody, again, that you have had a connection with in your past that did seem sort of tumultuous, or just at least that sort of, you were always butting heads is what I'm getting right now, but you just felt this connection with them that you hadn't felt with anybody else. Even after the separation, you were feeling like, you know what, I still feel this connection with them, even though I don't feel like I'm longing for them, but I still feel that with them. And it's because this kind of connection doesn't fade. You can't make it happen. You can't make it go away. It's just either there or it isn't, and it feels like it is here in this connection. And again, it feels like both of you have done a lot of healing and a lot of mending of yourselves, healing your perceptions of yourselves in order to come into a space where you love yourself so good that you're actually capable of loving each other correctly this time. Come in correct. I love this Justice card for that. It can also mean contracts, which could mean marriage, but come in correct. It's like two people that have gone off, done the things they needed to do to come into this connection, ready to pour into this 50-50, we're both ready to do the work evenly, equally, as equals, as partners, is what I'm getting right now. And I do believe that you've had an eye on each other throughout this process. I believe the whole world has an eye on you. That's what I'm getting right now. And so I don't know what it is that you do, but I do feel like everybody's waiting for your move, whatever that is. What a weird message. It's almost like, this is weird too, because I usually read for women and I know that. But this feels like there's a guy that's watching. Of course, this always is for male, female, non-binary. But there feels like there's a male watching that has a bunch of women waiting to see, to hopefully that you don't choose this person, right? Because they want you. You have a bunch of a bunch of groupies is what I'm getting. One of you has a bunch of groupies waiting for you to make the decision to walk away from this connection. But little do they know you're deciding to walk into this connection because it's the only connection for you. That is an interesting side note. That is not for everybody, obviously. Please, only take that if that's for you. Trust, you have a strong connection to your soul's loving voice and have faith in your intuition. Amen. And I feel like that's what this is all about, is you knew that if you had all of those people all up in your ear, that you would, so I think you've released a lot of different people, a lot of connections that you called them all friends, but again, I feel like you had a lot of groupies more than friends. I feel like a lot of people enjoy you and your charisma. And I feel like you started to realize that not everybody is really there for you and your best interest. They don't have your best interest at heart. They just want to be by you. So I feel like you have cut off a lot of people in order to get into a space of solitude where you can hear your own voice. First of all, sometimes it's impossible to hear our inner voice because we have so many, oh my God, chickens clucking in our ear is what is coming through. That's the weirdest message. I don't think I've ever said that in my entire 39 years of life. So when you have a lot of chickens clucking in your ear, it's hard to hear your own true loving voice, your inner knowing, your intuition, your higher self, God, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like you've taken the space to do that and you've realized this is it for you. I love it. It's really sweet and I love you. I will see you guys next week.